to introduce myself and our interpreters too. So let's go to the next slide.
OK 好咁歡迎大家嚟到今日嘅 TK 過渡性幼稚園嘅會考嘢啦。咁我哋而家咧就會開始嘅。咁我哋其實今日都會將呢一個會議係錄影嘅。
Okay, so everybody knows me. I'm Miss Cortelan, Brittany Cortelan. I'm the TK teacher.
咁我係 TK 嘅老師啦，我係 Miss Cortelan 啦。咁我諗大家咧都已經認識我嘅。
And we also have Miss Yu here.
咁有余校長喺呢度啦。
Our principal, and I wanted to include everybody who works with TK. So we also have, not here tonight, but we have Carolyn. She's our family support specialist. So she supports families and also teachers here in our TK classroom.
咁我亦都想介紹俾大家識係我哋學校即係同我哋過渡性幼稚園一齊合作嘅一啲學校嘅職員啦。咁其中呢位咧就係Miss Caroline 啦。咁佢係我哋嘅家庭支援專家啦。咁佢唔單止係支援我哋嘅即係幫助我哋嘅家庭啦，亦都會幫助老師嘅。
Okay, and before we go any further, I want to mention that we do want to record. So if you do not want your face to be on the screen, just go ahead and you can turn off your video, but we're going to start recording. Miss Yu, can you record for us? Can you press record? Okay, thank you.
好啦，咁想同大家講一講咧，就係因為其實你會見到個屏幕嗰度咧，其實已經係錄影緊嘅。咁如果你係唔想出鏡嘅話咧，你可以關咗個鏡頭，咁你就唔會喺嗰個影片嗰度出現嘅。
We also have Miss Ho. The kids know her. She comes to the room about once a week. She's my instructional coach. So she's a support for me as a teacher, but also helps the kids as well.
係啦，咁啲學生咧亦都識到 Miss Ho 啦，Miss Ho 啦，咁佢係每個禮拜啦會有一次嚟我哋嘅課室嗰度啦，係同我哋啲學生同埋幫助老師嘅。
And we also have Miss Sabrina. So she is working with TK this year as a student teacher because she's working toward getting her teaching credential, and she's here with us for our meeting today.
係啦，咁今日咁仲會有Miss Sabrina 啦，咁因為佢今年咧就會係佢而家係考緊呢一個嘅教師嘅資格證嘅，咁所以咧亦都會喺呢度咧支援我哋學生嘅學習啦。
We also have our brand new noon monitor, Miss Mei Ling. So she stays with the kids during lunchtime.
咁Miss Mei Ling 咧，咁係我哋嘅午餐嘅督導員啦。咁佢主要咧就係喺中午嘅時候咧看管學生嘅午餐嘅。
And then we have Miss Nancy. She's our TK art teacher. So she'll be with us every Tuesday for the whole entire year doing art.
咁仲有 Miss Nancy 啦，咁佢係我哋過渡性幼稚園嘅美術老師啦。咁我哋每個星期二咧都會上佢哋嘅課，都會上佢嘅課嘅。
Okay, and then you're probably familiar with our office staff. We have Crystal and Donnie who are always there to help you in the office.
咁當然仲有我哋學校嘅兩位秘書啦，Miss Crystal 啦，同埋Donnie 嘅。
Okay, so that's kind of like the team that we have here to support your kids in TK.
係啦，咁呢個咧就係我哋嘅團隊啦，去支援你哋小朋友嘅過渡性幼稚園嘅學習嘅。
Okay. I wanted to mention that we have a lot to cover tonight, so we'll go kind of quickly, and I just ask that you can save your questions until the end. We're going to try to go quickly enough that we'll have time before the end of the hour to ask questions.
咁因為我哋咧今日咧會講好多唔同嘅內容啦，咁我係希望可以盡快啦，可以講晒嘅。咁所以如果家長係有啲咩問題嘅話咧，咁你可以記低佢或者抄低佢，然之後留到會議嘅最後咧嚟發問嘅。
So, hi everyone, I'm Miss Yu, I'm the principal. I'm gonna start with some school updates. First of all, I know most of you have heard that we've had 2 positive COVID-19 cases at our school. I want to let you know that we've taken the proper safety protocols, and we're really happy that there has not been any spread or transmission at the school. Both cases were from outside. And so at this time, we want to thank everyone for working with us and making that happen so that everyone is safe at our school.
咁大家好啦，我係余校長啦。咁我會提供一啲最更新嘅學校嘅資訊。咁大家可能都已經知道咧，就係我哋學校其實係有2個呢一個嘅新冠病毒嘅個案啦。咁我哋咧係跟足呢一個嘅校區嘅安全同埋健康指引。咁亦都想俾家長知道咧，就係咧其實咧就冇喺校內嗰度傳播嘅。咁個感染咧係喺校外發生啦。咁所以想多謝所有嘅家長同我哋共同合作，去繼續保障學生同埋教職員嘅安全嘅。
I want to remind everyone that health information is confidential. And so please don't ask any of our staff members who the positive person is or any personal information about that person, because for the most part, they will not know. And then also, please try not to guess who it was. There have been a lot of false rumors and information going around, and that really negatively impacts all the families involved. This is already a really hard time for everyone, as you can imagine. So we want to try to be respectful to everyone during this sensitive time.
係啦，咁想同大家講咧，就係咧呢啲所有嘅健康嘅資訊咧，其實咧都係要即係有私隱嘅，所以嘅話咧，希望咧大家唔好去問我哋嘅職員話究竟邊一個學生係感染到呢一個嘅新冠病毒啦。咁我哋係唔會同大家去分享任何嘅資訊，因為其實可能我哋嘅職員咧亦都唔知道係邊一個感染到啦，同埋亦都希望咧大家啦唔好去推測或者係猜測究竟係邊個學生感染到呢一個嘅新冠病毒嘅，因為如果大家咁樣做嘅話咧，其實係好似係散播一啲嘅謠言啦，咁係對我哋學校嘅社區咧造成呢一個嘅負面影響啦。因為對於呢2個家庭嚟講咧，其實都係一個好艱難嘅時間啦。咁所以我哋希望大家可以尊重大家嘅私隱同埋尊重大家嘅空間嘅。
So we want to thank everyone for partnering with us. So continue to closely monitor your child, keep them at home if they're not feeling well. Remember to go to get testing if there's any symptoms. And then of course, notifying us immediately if you or anyone in your household tests positive.
咁所以亦都想多謝所有嘅家庭啦，繼續同我哋緊密咁樣去合作啦。咁如果你個小朋友咧係唔舒服嘅話，記得咧就將佢哋留喺屋企啦。咁如果係呢一啲嘅症狀即係有呢一啲類似新冠嘅症狀咧，就請大家啦帶小朋友啦去做呢一個嘅新冠檢測。咁如果係任何人喺你屋企係感染到呢一個嘅新冠病毒嘅話咧，咁我哋希望咧家庭係可以立即通知學校，等我哋去知道嘅。
So as you may know, there is free on-site testing for SFUSD students. They go around to all the SFUSD schools. The next testing date here at Commodore Stockton will be Monday, October 18th from 7:30 to 10:30.
咁三藩市聯合校區咧係會為所有嘅學生啦提供呢一個嘅免費嘅新冠嘅檢測啦。咁喺我哋 Commodore Stockton 嘅話咧，下一次嘅新冠檢測咧係會喺2021年嘅10月18號上晝嘅7點半到10點半嘅。
For this one, I just wanted to mention too that the COVID testing is super easy for the kids. I noticed that most of the TK kids are not taking advantage of this, but it's just like, it's really fast. It's like about 2 to 3 minutes. It doesn't hurt the kids at all. The way that the test is done, it's not bad at all. And I think it offers a lot of peace of mind for everyone. So I would really encourage everyone to take advantage this next time.
咁我亦都想同大家講下咧，其實咧呢一個嘅新冠測試咧係非常非常之容易。我知道有好多我哋過渡性幼稚園嘅學生啦，其實都冇進行呢一個嘅測試。咁我就想俾大家想講俾大家聽咧，就係其實呢個測試咧其實都係非常之快啦，2到3分鐘咧就會完成嘅。咁同埋咧，其實都唔會話點樣傷害小朋友，其實都唔會話覺得非常之唔舒服嘅。咁所以我哋係非常之鼓勵啦，大家可以運用我哋呢一個嘅資源嚟去進行呢一個嘅新冠檢測嘅。
And once you register your child once, then you don't need to register again. I did it for my son just today and it took about 10 seconds. They just said, oh, he's registered. Okay, swab the nose, that's it. So once you register, you can just keep doing it and it's really easy.
咁咧呢一個嘅新冠檢測咧，其實咧就淨係需要註冊一次嘅啫。咁你註冊咗第一次之後咧，咁其實咧都好快脆嘅，因為Miss Cotton 啦，其實咧今日咧都有幫佢仔仔啦去做呢一個嘅檢測。咁其實就佢會喺你個鼻孔嗰度啦，就轉5圈咁樣啦，即係一邊轉5圈。咁其實就都非常之快。咁你註冊咗一次嘅話咧，下次咧都唔需要再做嘅，唔需要再做註冊嘅。
Okay, the next update I have is regarding parking. So as most of you know, we have a friendly agreement with the neighborhood parking meter attendants to allow parents to park for 10 minutes on Washington Street, as long as you have the school permit displayed. We are also working on getting the red zone in front repainted to a white zone, but it is taking the city a long time to respond and to approve. So you may have noticed that recently there's been a lot of new parking attendants, and some of them are cooperating with our school and some of them are not. And so we do not have control over all the SFMTA employees, unfortunately. And so every time a new parking attendant comes to our neighborhood, we have to talk to them and let them know that we are a school and that we should allow the parents to park for 10 minutes. But like I mentioned, unfortunately, some of them may cooperate and some of them may not.
咁依家咧，我咧就會講一講呢一個嘅泊車呢一個問題嘅。咁可能大家咧都知道咧，其實我哋其實都同呢一個嘅三藩市公車局嘅抄牌員咧，其實都係有緊密合作啦。咁如果家長咧係有我哋呢一個嘅學校嘅呢一個嘅停車證嘅話咧，咁其實係可以喺華盛頓街嗰度啦泊車咧係泊10分鐘嘅。咁我哋咧依家咧亦都係同呢一個嘅市府嘅職員去溝通緊，係將我哋學校校外嘅嗰條紅界咧由為白界嘅。但係呢一個咧其實係需要比較長嘅時間咧，我哋先至即係佢哋先至會通過我哋嗰個申請啦咁樣。咁同埋我哋最近咧亦都知道咧係有好多新嘅抄牌員啦。咁有一啲嘅抄牌員其實都會同我哋學校合作，但係有一啲嘅抄牌員咧可能就未必會同我哋合作嘅。咁但係每一次有一個新嘅抄牌員嘅話，我哋都會同佢講話呢一啲係我哋其實係一間學校嚟嘅。咁我哋係允許咧家長係喺呢一個嘅華盛頓街外面嗰度咧泊車係泊10分鐘。咁所以但係我哋就冇辦法可以控制得到究竟呢一啲嘅抄牌員啦，佢會唔會同我哋合作嘅。
So we have revised our parking permit, and hopefully with the new information on the parking permit, that would help out for some of the new parking attendants. So please come by the office to pick up a new parking permit. The new one will be pink, okay? The one that you have is yellow. So make sure you come by to pick up the new pink one to put on your car. And then also as a reminder, we want to try to be courteous and not to block the street or any exits when you're parking your vehicle on Washington Street. I know it's really hard to find parking in Chinatown, but the more the more we're blocking the Washington Street, or the more it's like we're causing problems or traffic problems on Washington Street, the more likely they're going to come around and ticket everyone. And so we want to try to not have as many problems on this street, and so they don't come by Washington Street as often.
咁我哋亦都想俾家長講咧，就同大家講一講咧，就係其實咧，我哋係會有一張新嘅學校嘅停車證嘅。咁你哋依家嗰一張咧，其實咧就係黃色嘅。咁我哋之後咧會有一張粉紅色嘅一張嘅停車證咧，大家咧係可以係喺呢一個校務處嗰度啦，去索取啦。咁如果大家亦都想希望大家係可以友善同埋有禮貌嘅，因為希望大家就唔好即係 block 住嗰個，即係唔好阻住呢一個嘅華盛頓街，或者唔好阻住嗰個出入口啦。咁我哋其實都好明白，即係喺唐人埠呢度咧，其實係好難去揾位泊車嘅。咁但係如果家長，如果你哋係經常係阻住嗰個出入口，或者係令到嗰個交通造成交通堵塞嘅話咧，咁其實我哋就都好難去預估話究竟嗰啲抄牌員係會唔會嚟到學校抄牌嘅。咁如果我哋製造更加多嘅麻煩嘅話，咁之後嘅話我哋好難去確保佢哋會唔會繼續同我哋好友善咁樣一齊去合作啦。
So again, please come by the office as soon as you can to pick up the new parking permit. And then if you unfortunately have gotten the ticket, who are having issues with the parking attendants, you can let the office know and we'll try our best to try to help you fight the ticket.
咁啊，再一次提提大家啦。咁如果你依家都仲係用緊黃色嗰張啦，咁希望你係可以盡快嚟校務處嗰度去領取一張新嘅停車證啦。咁如果你曾經係俾呢一個嘅抄牌員係抄到一張嘅告票嘅話咧，咁請你哋可以同我哋學校咁我哋會盡力咧去幫助大家，希望係嗰張令到嗰張告票咧，你哋係唔需要交嗰個罰款嘅。
Okay, so I know probably some people have questions. Hold your questions. I'm going to try to get through the TK specific curriculum ideas, and then we will have questions for everything at the end.
係啦，咁我知道可能大家都已經係有一啲嘅問題係想問我哋嘅，想問我哋啦。咁我哋依家會盡快去講一講我哋嘅呢啲嘅課程啊，同埋我哋TK 嘅內容嘅。
Okay, so I believe this is the 10th anniversary of TK in this district, so it's still a fairly new grade. TK is the first year in a 2-year kindergarten experience for kids who were born in the fall. And so I'm able to customize the curriculum to meet the needs of each child in our class.
係啦，咁其實咧今年咧係校區嘅第10年啦，係正式有呢一個嘅過渡性幼稚園嘅呢一個嘅課程啦。咁其實呢一個過渡性嘅幼稚園嘅課程咧，其實就係幫助嗰啲喺秋季出世嘅小朋友嘅。咁呢一個嘅課程其實我會係盡力係去即係去調整嗰個課程，係令到係適合呢一個過渡性幼稚園嘅小朋友啦。
And I really feel like the kids who are lucky enough to attend TK, they're the best prepared for kindergarten next year.
咁我認為咧，其實讀過渡性幼稚園嘅小朋友咧係非常之幸運啊，因為咧其實咁樣做係可以幫佢哋更好去準備幼稚園嘅學習嘅。
And so some of the academic goals in TK are, basically right now we're working on letters and letter sounds. So most of the kids are really good in their letters from their pre-K experience, but letter sounds is a big one that we'll be working on this year.
咁喺呢一個嘅過渡性幼稚園啦，咁我哋近期啦係教緊學生認識呢一個嘅字母啦，同埋發音啦。咁其實我哋都發覺咧，其實好多喺preschool 上嚟嘅小朋友啦，其實佢哋都有一定嘅基礎，咁所以其實佢哋都記得好多呢一啲嘅字母啦，同埋發音嘅。
But beyond that, we'll also be listening to and discussing stories, recognizing sight words. Eventually, we'll have words of the week and also tackle rhyming words.
係啦，咁除咗會認識字母之外啦，咁我哋亦都會係講一啲嘅會同佢哋分享一啲嘅故事啊，或者叫佢哋去講嘅故事啦，同埋咧亦都佢哋會認識一啲嘅常用字啦。咁之後嘅話咧，我哋亦都會係會等學生去認識呢一個嘅韻味啊、韻音咁樣嘅。
And in the second half of the year, we'll be able to use these foundational skills to start reading and writing independently.
咁然之後喺第2個學期嘅時候啦，咁我哋會開始幫啲學生會進行一啲嘅基礎啦，等佢哋係開始係可以寫一啲嘅句子啊，同埋寫出即係畫出嗰個故事啊咁樣嘅。
And then in math, we need to count and write numbers up to 30, and we also do things like patterns and sorting, and we get to basic adding and subtracting before the end of the year.
咁數學嘅話咧，咁學生咧係可以一路數到30以上啦。咁佢哋亦都會認識呢一個同埋整呢一個嘅模塊出嚟啦。咁亦都會有開始一啲簡單嘅計數，譬如話加減法咁樣嘅。
And social emotional goals are also super important in TK. In kindergarten, I don't think there's as much time for kids to really play together and learn how to, be a good friend and, think about and talk about their own emotions. So we do a lot of that in TK.
咁社交情感學習咧，其實都係喺 TK 嚟講係一個非常之重要嘅一部分嚟嘅，因為當小朋友係去到幼稚園嘅時候，其實佢哋係冇咁多時間係可以一齊玩啦。咁喺呢一個嘅社交情感去學習嘅時候咧，學生咧就可以學到點樣同其他人一齊玩啊，點樣去做一個好朋友啊，同埋認識佢哋嘅情緒嘅。
And so we have something called kimochis in TK, and we've already started this. This is our social emotional curriculum. So we have a series of characters, and using the characters, the kids learn about all the different feelings and how to cope and talk about the feelings that they may be having every day.
咁我哋用嘅呢一個嘅社交情感學習嘅課程啦，就叫做 Kimoji 啦。咁其實我哋已經係開始去使用呢一個嘅課程嘅。咁佢係會有唔同嘅人物啦。咁會通過呢個嘅人物咧，俾學生去認識佢哋嘅感受啊，同埋點樣去管理佢哋自己嘅情緒嘅。
So currently the district, I think, is working on translating some like family connection sheets. Once I get those, I will probably start putting kimochis, these little sheets into your Monday folders, just so you can see what we're working on in kimochis every week.
咁依家校區咧，其實咧佢哋就開始翻譯緊呢一啲嘅課室同家庭嘅聯繫嘅呢一啲嘅習作紙嘅。咁當我收到呢啲嘅習作紙嘅時候啦，咁我咧就會放喺星期一嘅嗰個文件夾嗰度啦。咁家長咧就可以喺屋企啦，都同小朋友去練習一下嘅。
And the behaviors that the kimochis teach the kids to, use in the classroom, they're also really helpful at home. So that's why it will be important to kind of partner together so we can be consistent in encouraging these behaviors at school and at home.
咁我哋呢一啲嘅喺我課室嗰度學到嘅呢一啲嘅行為啦，其實咧對於屋企嚟講啦都非常之有效嘅。咁我哋希望啦家長係可以喺屋企同我哋去共同合作啊，咁令到我哋喺管教小朋友嘅時候咧係有呢一個嘅一致性啦。咁樣嘅話咧就可以幫助到佢哋嘅。
Okay, and so homework, we will be having homework in TK, but it's not a lot, it's just a little bit. Every week on Monday, I'll give you a sheet, like it's almost a blank paper, but there's a place for a name and there's a place for your child to write the title of a book. I would like you to read a book with your child, just one book sometime during the week, and then complete an assignment based on that. And I'll show you an example on the next slide.
咁依家我咧就會講一講功課啦。咁其實我哋咧就唔會有太多嘅功課嘅。咁你喺星期一嗰個文件夾度咧，你會收到一張好似比較空白嘅紙啦，但係上邊咧就會有小朋友個名啦，同埋咧佢哋會寫上嗰個書名嘅。咁你就可以喺屋企啦，同小朋友一齊去讀呢一本書啦。然之後嘅話到時就可以交翻嚟啦。咁依家我會俾你睇一睇究竟嗰張紙係點樣嘅。
So this is what the homework looks like. So it's like almost a blank page. You just need to help your child to write their name and then copy the title of a book, preferably use pencil just so they can erase if they make a mistake. And then they're going to draw a picture of something that has to do with the book. It could be drawing the picture on the cover or picking their favorite page and drawing it and coloring it in. I just want them to have the experience of, reading as much as possible. We read every day at school, but that one-on-one experience is really important for them too. So hopefully, someone, even a older brother or sister or grandparent can read with them one book per week.
咁依家你哋會睇到啦，就係呢一張嘅功課紙啊。咁你見到啦，上邊咧係有學生個名啦，同埋有咁你係可以叫學生啦去抄低嗰個書名啦。咁我哋係比較鼓勵咧，佢哋係盡可能咧係用呢一個嘅鉛筆去寫名同埋寫嗰個書名嘅。因為如果當佢哋寫錯嘅時候咧，就可以擦啦。咁呢度你會見到咧，我哋會係希望佢哋咧係 畫一幅畫啦，去表達或者係譬如話嗰個封面啊，或者佢哋最中意嘅嗰一頁嗰個故事喺邊度啊，咁然之後係可以有顏色啦。咁同埋雖然我哋喺上堂嘅時候咧都會經常去讀書啦，咁但係咧其實係喺屋企呢一個嘅一對一嘅呢一個嘅閱讀咧，對於佢哋嚟講都非常之重要。咁如果屋企係有呢一個嘅哥哥或者姐姐啊，或者有祖父母嘅話咧，其實都可以同小朋友咧一齊去閱讀嘅。
So like I said, I'll put this in the folder on Monday, and then you can take, up until the next Monday to bring it back. So you have 7 days and just this one assignment.
係啦，咁好似我頭先所講啦，咁我逢星期一咧都會將呢一張紙啦就放喺嗰個文件夾嗰度嘅。咁其實咧就會係下星期一咧先交嘅，所以其實咧家長係有7日嘅時間咧同小朋友一齊去完成呢一個嘅功課嘅。
And our school usually participates in a book borrowing program with book bags that kids take home every week and then switch them. I'm planning to modify that program a little bit this year just because of the COVID situation. I want to keep germs to a minimum. So I think that I will have kids just choose one book per week that they can just take home and then just bring the book back whenever they're done with their homework.
Mm-hmm. 咁其實我哋學校啦，之前咧其實係每一個禮拜咧係有一個書袋係俾學生係帶翻屋企嘅。咁但係因為依家呢一個嘅新冠病毒呢一個嘅情況啦，咁我咧就會調整一下呢一個嘅書袋嘅。咁因為我係希望大家係盡少係有呢一個嘅，最好就唔好有任何嘅呢一個嘅細菌嘅傳播或者減少個病毒傳播啦。咁我咧就會允許小朋友啦，每個禮拜就揀一本書，咁然之後咧就帶翻屋企去閱讀嘅。咁如果當佢哋做完呢一個功課嘅時候咧，佢哋咧就可以還翻呢一本書嚟學校嘅。
And borrowing a book from school will be optional. They don't have to. They can certainly use any books that they might have at home or from the library. Any book is okay.
係啦，咁其實咧就學生咧唔一定喺學校啦借書嘅。其實學生係可以，譬如話，如果屋企佢有一本佢好中意嘅書啊，都可以用屋企嘅書啦，或者係可以去圖書館嗰度借書嘅。咁所以就唔一定係一定要喺呢一個嘅學校借書嘅。
Okay. And I also want to start show and tell. So the way that we usually do it in TK is we have 4 children per Friday do show and tell. So if it is your child's turn to bring something for show and tell, you will get like a little slip of paper like this one on the screen. I'll put that in the Monday folder just so you know. And you can bring, any kind of thing you want to show and tell, like toys, photos, books, games, something your child made, a cultural object, or something that they found in nature, like a beautiful leaf or something like that, anything.
咁喺過渡性幼稚園嘅話咧，咁其實每一個禮拜五啦，我哋都會有4個小朋友咧係做一個叫做展示同埋敘述，即係 show and tell 嘅呢一個嘅活動嘅。咁會喺星期一嗰個文件夾度啦，你會見到熒幕上嘅呢一張嘅紙仔啦，去同你講話你個小朋友咧，其實就係星期5嗰度咧係開始做呢一個嘅show and tell 啦。咁學生係可以帶任何嘢翻嚟學校，譬如話佢哋中意嘅玩具啊、書啊、遊戲啊，或者一啲佢哋整嘅嘢啊，或者係同呢一個佢哋自己嘅文化相關嘅嘢啊，或者係一啲佢哋喺大自然揾到嘅嘢啊，咁譬如話樹葉啊咁樣，咁都係可以嘅。
And so when you get the little notification that it's your child's turn on Friday, you might want to help practice with your child if possible, so they know, they have an idea kind of what they might say. It's fun to practice at home too.
咁啦，當你喺星期一嗰陣時係收到呢一張show and tell 嘅呢一個嘅通知嘅話咧，咁你係可以同小朋友一齊去揾下，咁同埋去練習一下，究竟嚟緊星期5嘅時候咧，佢係可以講啲咩？因為其實同小朋友練習嘅過程當中咧，其實都係非常之有趣嘅。
So that will start next week.
咁呢一個咧係下個星期5啦會開始嘅。
Okay, and then also I sent out an email regarding birthday celebrations. So we're planning to have 3 dates. So all of the September birthdays, all the October birthdays, and then all the November birthdays will celebrate on the same date.
係啦，咁我諗家長啦，之前啦都收到一封係關於呢一個嘅生日慶祝會嘅呢一個嘅電郵嘅，咁所有嘅9月、10月同埋11月出世嘅小朋友啦，都會係喺嗰個月嘅嗰一日咧去慶祝嘅。
And so if you'd like to, you can send goodie bags or other treats or little gifts to school, and I can help your child to pass them out on our party date. Just remember no nuts or candy, and for food items, just make sure that they're individually wrapped.
咁如果你想嘅話咧，咁其實你係可以準備一個少少嘅禮物袋啦。咁我會係幫喺嗰個生日慶祝會嗰一日啦，咁我係可以協助小朋友啦去派發俾其他小朋友嘅。咁但係家長啦，請你記住咧，就係啦，希望嗰啲食物咧就唔好係有呢個堅果類啊，即係唔好係嗰啲杏仁類啊嗰啲咁嘅食物啦，咁同埋咧就盡量唔好係糖嘅，咁希望同埋嗰啲食物咧最緊要咧就係要獨立包裝嘅。
But please don't feel obligated. It's not necessary to buy anything. So we're planning to probably play some games, listen to some music, maybe do some dancing. So it's not necessary for you to buy anything for the parties.
係啦，咁所以咧其實咧就家長係唔一定咧係要買一啲嘢，即係呢一啲係好自願嘅性質啦。咁我哋開呢一個嘅慶祝會嘅時候啦，咁我哋可能會同啲小朋友去玩下遊戲啊，聽下音樂啊，咁或者跳下舞咁樣啦。所以咧再一次啦，即係買一啲嘅禮物咧係自願性質，如果家長唔想嘅話咧，你係唔需要買嘅。
And here's a picture of we are singing to one of our birthday friends. So on your child's actual birthday, they get to come to the front and wear a birthday crown, and then we all sing to them. So even though we don't have a big party for every birthday, they still feel special.
咁你會見到啦，呢一張相咧就係即係我哋嗰個小朋友啦，即係嗰個壽星仔或者壽星女啦，咁佢生日嗰一日咧，咁其實佢哋咧就會戴上一個生日嘅皇冠啊，咁我哋咧就會同佢唱生日歌啦，就令到佢知道咧，呢一個係一個好特別嘅日子啦。咁雖然我哋冇一個好大嘅慶祝會，咁但係喺生日嗰日咧，我哋係會同佢唱生日歌嘅。
All right, and so just like Miss Yu mentioned, we are continuing to work hard to keep school safe for all kids and families.
係啦，咁好似頭先 Miss Yu 所講啦，咁我哋咧係會繼續盡力啦去確保學生健康啦同埋安全嘅。
And we've been spending a lot of time learning about how to stay healthy and how to stop the spread of germs. So TK students have really been doing a great job washing their hands, using sanitizer, wearing masks, and transitioning in and out of the classroom without family members entering and keeping their hands to themselves. So I think that, they're doing a great job, and I feel like, this is a safe place for everyone.
咁其實我哋喺學年開始嘅時候啦，我哋都用咗好多嘅時間啦，去教啲學生，啲學生咧就學習到一啲即係好健康嘅呢一啲，其實學到一啲健康嘅呢一啲嘅規矩嘅，咁同埋咧係減少呢一個嘅細菌嘅傳播啦。咁其實佢哋喺洗手啊嗰方面咧，其實咧就做得好好嘅。咁我哋亦都好開心啦，有好多嘅家庭即係喺係冇進入嚟我哋嘅課室入邊啦，咁所以大家其實呢段時間都做得非常之好嘅。
And I just want to thank you for putting extra masks into your child's backpack. There are some kids, especially, who change their masks at least once a day, but up to many times a day. If you notice that your child is going through their masks really quickly, you might want to consider like a different style, like the 3D mask, or a different fit, or maybe a cloth mask, because for some kids the masks just get really wet and then they just want to change it.
咁首先要多謝所有家長嘅配合啦，多謝你哋係幫小朋友啦準備額外嘅口罩嘅。咁有一啲嘅學生其實佢哋咧每一日咧就換口罩換一次啦。咁如果你係發覺小朋友個書包嗰度好似啲口罩用得比較快嘅話咧，咁你哋或者可以考慮係提供係用唔同嘅口罩，譬如話用一啲布口罩啊咁樣啦，因為 我哋發覺有一啲嘅學生咧，其實佢哋嗰個口罩咧，其實係比較容易濕嘅，咁所以你哋係可以考慮一下其他用一下唔同類型嘅口罩咁樣嘅。
And if you know that the masks that your child has in his backpack are too big, if possible, I would love it if you could kind of pre-tie the loops at home. So then they're just ready to go if your child needs a new one, because it's kind of, it takes a while for me to, do the loops. And then, we're trying to let them be more independent. So if you could pre-tie the loops at home, if necessary, that would be much appreciated.
咁有陣時咧，可能小朋友咧嗰個口罩啦，可能會太大啊。咁喺嗰個口罩即係箍耳嗰個位啦。咁如果你係發覺小朋友個口罩太大嘅話咧，咁我希望家長咧可以提早咧就喺嗰個口罩嗰兩條繩嗰度啦，綁一個結啊。因為有陣時咧對於老師嚟講，其實係需要一段嘅時間先至可以即係幫學生打到個結啦。咁同埋我哋係希望咧趁呢一個嘅機會啦，係可以培養到小朋友即係呢一個嘅獨立嘅呢一個嘅性格嘅。咁所以希望即係如果家長，如果你哋係可以嘅話咧，就幫我哋預先喺嗰個口罩嗰兩條繩嗰度啦，預先打一個結嘅話，咁就會比較慳時間，同埋可以訓練到學生嘅獨立性嘅。
All right, so I just wanted to share with you our daily schedule. So this is something that we have posted in the classroom. And so the kids are really enjoying, every day kind of tracking what part of the day we're at. They can recognize the little pictures that are up with the schedule. And I also wanted to let you know that I color coded. So any blue little squares mean that everybody washes their hands at that time. And then any pink little squares means that everybody gets sanitizer at that time. So as you can see, I think we have pretty clean hands in TK, and that's not even counting, when kids individually, wash their hands because they're dirty or they use the bathroom. So that's our schedule.
咁大家依家睇到咧，就係我哋嘅呢一個嘅上課嘅嗰個課程表嘅。咁所以嘅話，其實好多學生啦，都見到個課程表嘅時候咧，其實佢哋都好中意了解一下，即係知道話究竟我哋依家係上緊啲咩嘅課啊，佢哋可以通過嗰個圖片係了解到依家會做啲乜嘢啦。咁依家就想大家留意一下藍色嗰度啦，藍色嗰個位咧就係話呢一個嘅時間啦，學生咧就會係用水去同埋洗手液啦去洗手啊。咁然之後另外粉紅色嗰度咧，咁佢哋咧就會用嗰個叫做 hand sanitizer， 即係嗰個即係免水洗嘅洗手液去洗手嘅。咁樣嘅話咧，其實呢啲嘅時間就係我哋俾學生洗手嘅時間嘅。
And so here's some pictures. So small group time, we have small group in the morning to help kids learn literacy skills like letters.
咁我哋會喺早上嗰度啦，會有呢一個嘅小組教學嘅。咁所以嘅話，喺早上嘅時候，佢哋會係學呢一個嘅語言發展啦，認識呢一個嘅字母啊，同埋音啊咁樣嘅。
And then here's a picture of lunchtime. So as you can see, we're really spread out. So lunchtime is the only time that we're ever really indoors with our masks off, but we really take a lot of precautions to make sure everybody's spread out and the kids are only allowed to take their masks off just to eat their food and then put it right back on.
咁呢一張相咧就係學生喺食就係佢哋午餐時間啦，你都會見到其實啲學生咧都分得係比較開嘅。咁呢一個亦都係唯一一個嘅時間啦，喺室內除低口罩嘅。咁所以嘅話當佢哋食完午餐嘅時候咧，佢哋會立即戴翻嗰個口罩去減少呢一個嘅病菌嘅傳播嘅。
And students are required to stay silent while they're eating. So no talking to friends while they're eating. It's very quiet in the lunchroom.
係啦，咁所以喺食午餐嘅時候咧，我哋係要求咧學生係安靜咁食午餐啦，係唔可以同其他小朋友講嘢。咁所以食午餐嘅時候其實就係非常之安靜嘅。
And then here are afternoon small groups. So this would be learning math skills.
咁你會見到呢一張圖片咧，就係下午嘅呢一個嘅小組時間啦。咁喺呢個嘅時間嘅時候咧，佢哋會係學到一啲數學嘅概念嘅。
And in the afternoon too, we have been going outside more and more. The weather has been really nice, so we like to take our work outside when we can.
係啦，咁有陣時下晝嘅時候啦，我哋會帶小朋友啦喺戶外嗰度去做功課啦，因為近期嗰個天氣啦其實都非常之好，咁所以佢哋會喺有陣時會喺出邊嗰度去做佢哋嘅堂課嘅。
On Fridays, we have PE on the rooftop in addition to, our regular recess time where the kids are getting plenty of exercise, but we also do PE, games, and sports on Fridays.
咁喺星期五嘅話咧，係會有體育課啦。咁我哋會喺樓上嗰個操場嗰度做啦。咁有陣時我哋會係玩下遊戲啊，或者做下運動啊。咁呢一個體育課咧，就係除咗平時我哋呢一個嘅小息嘅時間之外嘅額外時間，佢哋係可以做運動嘅。
And then this was just taken today. Today was Miss Nancy's art time, so we were using clay, so the kids had a good time.
咁啦，好似今日咁樣啦，咁佢哋咧就會上 Miss Nancy 嘅呢一個嘅美術課啦。咁今日嘅話咧，我哋係用呢一個嘅黏土，咁所以其實學生都覺得好好玩嘅。
And we've been talking a lot too about classroom expectations, which are our main overarching rules. We are safe and healthy, we are respectful and kind, and we are responsible.
咁大家依家睇到嘅呢啲咧，就係呢一個嘅課室嘅要求啦。咁第一個咧就係咧，我哋要安全啦、健康同埋健康嘅。第二個要求咧就係啦，我哋要尊重啦，同埋對人係友善啦。咁第三個咧就係我哋要有責任感嘅。
And then I want to talk a little bit about one of the behavior management strategies that I have, or to promote positive behavior. So in front of the classroom on the whiteboard, I have each of the kids' faces on a magnet. And so every day when we come to the carpet during large group instruction, kids who are really doing a great job following rug rules, that means, they're listening well, they're looking, they're keeping their body still and hands to themselves, they might have a chance for their face magnet to move up to outstanding, and which in that case, they'll get a star at the end of the day.
咁呢一個咧就係一個我對學生嘅呢一個嘅行為管理嘅一個嘅制度，係鼓勵佢哋咧係做一啲比較正面嘅行為啦。咁你會見到咧係有學生嘅嗰個磁石嘅。咁譬如話，如果喺一個大組嘅活動啊，佢哋係有留心聽啊，有眼望住我啊，同埋去尊重他人啊等等呢一啲嘅嘢嘅話咧，咁佢哋咧就會有機會啦，就將佢哋呢一個嘅樣嘅磁石啦，就由中間。即係準備好去學習，就轉到去傑出嗰度嘅。咁當佢哋去到傑出嗰個位嘅時候咧，咁喺每一日放學嘅時候啦，佢哋咧就會收到一粒星星嘅。
So every day, all the kids who are at school start on ready to learn, which is great. That's a good thing. But sometimes I will just happen to notice somebody working extra hard and they'll move to outstanding. Nobody gets outstanding every day.
係啦，咁So everyone will get outstanding every day, or sometimes not everyone. Not everyone will get outstanding.
Not everyone.
OK， 咁當學生嚟到學校嘅時候啦，咁其實就係叫做準備好學習啦 ，ready to learn 啦。咁但係如果嗰啲學生係非常之用功啊或者努力嘅話咧，咁佢哋咧係有機會啦去到傑出即係 outstanding 呢度嘅。咁但係未必啦，每一日係所有嘅學生啦都會係去到 outstanding 傑出嗰個級別嘅。
Okay, so eventually, if a student gets 5 stars, which means 5 days that they moved up to outstanding, then they will get to pick a small prize from the treasure chest.
咁如果去到星期五，如果嗰個學生係即係連續5日啦，都係即係去到最傑出嗰個程度嘅話咧，咁咧我哋會有呢一個嘅一個少少嘅禮物啦。咁佢哋可以係喺嗰個禮物箱嗰度揀一份禮物嘅。咁係記得一定要係5日都做得好傑出，攞到5粒星咧先至得嘅。
And I find that this is just an easy way for the kids to be motivated to, work hard during instructional time and, learn and listen as well as they can.
係啦，咁所以其實呢一個係一個比較容易嘅方式啦，去鼓勵學生喺上堂嗰陣時啊，留心聽啊咁樣，同埋努力咁樣去用功咁樣去做啦，咁係可以幫助到佢哋呢一樣嘢。
Okay. And so a couple more examples of some work. So here's some cute art that we did and with making the kids' names.
咁呢個你會係睇到其中一個嘅例子啦，就係會係用嗰個字母啊去整出佢哋個名啊咁樣啦。
I will try to put more of the students' artwork in the halls because I know you can't come into the classroom this year, so you can't see, the decorations that we have inside. So I'll try to do more decorating outside this year.
咁我今年咧都會盡力咧係將學生嘅呢一啲嘅功課或者嘅作品咧就放喺嗰個走廊度啦，因為我都知道其實今年家長咧係唔可以入嚟課室嗰度係睇唔到佢哋嗰啲堂課嗰啲作品啊，所以我都會盡力將啲佢哋嘅作品放喺個走廊度嘅。
Oh, room parents. So we mentioned this in the TK orientation. I would like to have 2 room parents. So a room parent is kind of a mediator between, the parents as a whole and me, the teacher. In the past, most of the parents have enjoyed using WeChat to kind of communicate with each other. And then the room parent will come to me then and, ask any questions that seem to be, going around or, tell me something that a lot of the parents are talking about on WeChat because I don't know how to use WeChat. So I'm not on it. So I need somebody to help to kind of be the mediator. So maybe when we have question time, it's almost there. Maybe when we have question time in a minute or 2, then maybe you can tell me if you might be interested.
咁喺呢一個嘅過渡性幼稚會嘅迎新會嘅時候啦，咁我都有提一提過，我係希望係揾2個嘅家長代表啦，係作為我同埋家長之間嘅一個嘅媒介啦。咁喺過往咁多年入邊咧，咁我哋都係用微信，即係呢一啲嘅家長代表都係用微信嘅方式啦，同家長去溝通啊咁樣。咁如果家長即係譬如話呢一個嘅家長代表咁。會負責係了解一下究竟喺個微信度家長問得最多嘅問題係乜嘢啊咁樣，然之後就同翻我講話究竟佢哋問啲咩問題啦，因為我其實就即係唔用微信嘅，咁所以陣間喺呢個嘅問答環節嘅時候，如果有家長係對成為呢一個嘅家長代表有興趣嘅話咧，咁可以同我講一講嘅。
And just a couple reminders for this week. So in Monday folders, not everyone was here, but if you are here, then you've already seen this form. It's just a release form because Miss Sabrina is in our classroom student teaching. So about 3 times she needs to make a short video just to submit to her instructor, and it's only going to be seen by her instructor, but we just need you to sign this form if it's okay that we might get your child in that video. So please look for that if you haven't seen it already.
係啦，咁呢一個咧就係今個禮拜嘅一個嘅提示嚟嘅。咁你可能已經喺星期一嘅嗰個文件夾嗰度啦，睇到呢一份嘅表格啦。咁呢一份嘅表格咧就係呢一個嘅即係呢一個嘅媒體嘅同意書嚟嘅。其實咧就係因為Miss Sabrina 啦，因為佢依家係即係攞緊呢一個嘅教師嘅資格證啦。咁每一年，咁喺今年裏邊咧，佢咧係會有3次嘅機會咧，係要拍攝要有3次係拍攝呢個嘅短片，係俾佢嘅嗰個教授係了解一下究竟佢嘅教學係教成點咁樣嘅。咁所以係咪即係所以呢一份嘅表格咧，就係俾我哋知道你係咪同意俾我哋即係錄呢一條短片嘅。
And then also over the next couple of days, you can expect a call from me. I'm going to be just asking a couple of questions like, how are you getting the emails? Do you feel that we're communicating enough with you? And did you have any questions or anything that the school might be able to help you with?
係啦，咁喺接落嚟嘅幾日啦，咁你係我係會打電話俾家長去問幾個簡單嘅問題啊，譬如話你最近點樣啊，或者你有冇收到呢一個我哋嘅電子郵件啊，或者呢一個嘅學校嘅溝通係咪足夠啊？咁同埋即係究竟你有冇啲咩問題係需要學校係幫助啊咁樣嘅。
So it should just be a short phone call. We'll probably I'll try first in English, but we can definitely use a language line if you would like to have an interpreter for us.
係啦，咁呢一個嘅我打電話俾你其實都係好簡短嘅，我會係用英文啦。咁但係如果家長係需要翻譯嘅話咧，咁校區咧係有呢一個嘅叫做 language line 嘅呢一個嘅傳譯服務嘅。咁到時我如果你係需要翻譯嘅話咧，咁我哋係會喺電話嗰度揾一個嘅傳譯員去幫我哋去溝通嘅。
Okay, so we got through it. We have a little bit of time. Does anyone have a question? Please let us know.
係啦，咁依家咧就係問答時間啦。咁如果家長有啲咩問題嘅話咧，歡迎你哋開咪啦，向我哋發問嘅。